My name is Ryan Canton. I'm 38 years old. I'm a new resident of Buffalo, Minnesota. Just moved up here this past summer from South Minneapolis, and I'm an 8th grade global studies teacher. So I'm playing for an organization called Star Studio. Star Studio is the in-house TV program at Children's Hospitals of Minnesota. They put on 24/7 programming for the children, the patients who are in the hospitals. And one of the ladies I teach with, Janet, her and I work together with a student leadership group. It's called the WEB program, and it stands for Where Everyone Belongs. And it's a group of 8th grade leaders. And we like to do a service project with them. And a few years back, probably 5 or 6 years back, probably longer than that now, gosh, Janet's neighbor, Kayleen, had passed away from leukemia. And spent a lot of time at the Children's Hospital, a lot of time watching Star Studio. And then we took our group of 8th grade students down there, and they put on a live variety show essentially for the patients in the hospital, and getting to see the few patients who could come down and watch it live, and a few patients that called in, and just hearing and seeing the joy that Star Studio brought to them kind of inspired me. And I was like, you know, that's really a worthwhile charity, because it's trying to bring just a little bit of joy and a little bit of happiness to the kids who are living in the hospital, obviously under very dire circumstances. So looking back from 2020 until now, wow, what kind of a trip, what a journey that was. And I'm a teacher, and I remember that we went on to spring break, right as kind of COVID was kind of hitting the US big time. And all of a sudden, you know, we're on spring break, and then we get this, you know, message from our superintendent that the schools are gonna be closed for 2 weeks so we can put a plan in place. That was that, right? I mean, you know, now I'm teaching from my basement, you know, on my laptop, huddled down in my basement, trying to connect with these kids that, you know, said, see you later, have a good spring break, that I never really got to have like that formal closure with. And then later on that spring, there was the murder of George Floyd. And at the time, my wife and I, we lived in South Minneapolis, just about 2 miles south of the 3rd Precinct. And so while I don't want to say that we were like right kind of in the heart of it, you know, that was our community. And just seeing all of that, and just seeing the turmoil and the reckoning and the anger that was probably a long time coming and long overdue, just seeing that come to the surface, you know, added to that with the pandemic. And like, that was, you know, it feels like it was, you know, 2 weeks ago, not just 2 years ago. And then fast forward till now, and through, you know, all the different change and the different learning models and everything that goes along with that, raising my daughter, my wife and I, we have a little daughter, she'll be 4 here in a few weeks. And so just getting to have like that bonus time with her was, you know, just truly something special, and just truly wonderful to get to have all those extra hours with her during the day, and just get to see her grow and help her grow. You know, so there was definitely some positives. You know, I think as you look at like a pandemic and, you know, everything else that's gone on over the past 2 years, whether it's, you know, George Floyd or, you know, January 6th or any of those things, you know, our family and my immediate family, we've been very fortunate to have not been directly touched the way that some have, which really just kind of reinforces, you know, the why that I'm here, and to try and give something back to those who are going through a bit of a tougher time. And so whether or not we're back to reality, I guess we'll find out, but looking forward to whatever this reality has to bring, because I have no idea what to expect.